Welcome to the Brothers Banter podcast. I
Are,
am
are we a little melancholy right now?
no. I'm checking on something.
I'm like, dude.
No, I'm actually checking. Okay. For last minute, for whatever reason, it actually has this error on the Twitter stream. The other two streams are going, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
welcome to the Brothers Banter podcast. My name is, and your special guest, Brian, and your other special guest, Yanni Petrani. How's it going, Yanni?
What in the world?
Oh, my
So,
goodness.
buddy,
Well, we have to wait for
first
it
time
before we
back
get
after a little
started.
bit.
We got to make sure everybody gets on because you got to wait for
Yeah.
the thousands of millions of
Millions and millions.
around the world.
Yep. Can you post? Can you tag everybody and tell them to come see us?
I thought you normally do that. I don't know how to do that.
I normally do. I
Yeah,
just
I
hit
mean,
at followers when I'm on. I might be able to do that. Hang on.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, let's go follow.
Really? That's something that I would ask, not you.
I'm just kidding. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
But stick on there at followers and
And
that
make
should
sure that as you click in and you get into the room that you say hello. Don't be shy. Oh, you put that.
don't be
Hey,
shy.
did you look at this? It actually showed up on my text. Look, say I'm putting it across the thing screen.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, look at that.
Good. Well, I said it in the room, so
Okay.
or in the on the podcast, so that should go to everybody. And you know,
Yeah.
so
So we'll
we
wait. We'll wait a couple reasons, or a couple reasons, a couple people to get into the show. What do you think about our background?
it almost snatched a tear.
I know that it actually did on Saturday. I'm not going to lie. And this was the exact moment that happened.
I know, man. Let me tell you, I have.
Are
It's
you getting
hard for me
choked
to
up now?
talk about it, huh?
I said,
I
what
feel
are you
like I
getting?
am.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's
Yeah,
okay to
because
cry. It's okay to cry.
well, I mean, when I told you about it, what happened?
Oh, I told you what. Yeah. As soon
You
as
know,
as soon as I seen it, and well, let's not get too into it. So I don't want to get too into it before we get people in the room either. So
right. I was we had just finished some stuff. I really wasn't feeling well, told you I wasn't feeling well over the weekend and most of the week. And so we had just kind of just been chilling and around the house. What else are you gonna do? It's raining all. It's rained every day since. You can't get out there and cut the grass. I mean, it's crazy.
literally, yeah.
But it when it came across my feed, I was like, "There's no way." So I immediately clicked on Fox on my phone, and then I saw it. I was like, "Oh my!" Because like it immediately um, hit on my phone. So I clicked on Fox. I was like, "Why am I doing this?" I just go to the TV. So I clicked live on TV and went to Fox. And man, oh man, oh man, they were just showing what happened. And then all the idiots that were on there were like, especially coming from Fox, they were like, "Well, we don't know what happened yet." And the guy says, the Secret Service guy is like, "The shooter's down." You hear him on the mic, on the hot mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
the shooter's down. And it was like the two freaking morons were like, well, we don't know what happened right now. And this. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was very disappointed.
It's getting Nancy. So make sure anybody that is on, make sure that you, there you go. Make sure that,
oh yeah, Mama D called. So she and I had already talked about it, Wendy and I, and then my mom called and said, "Did you hear?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm dealing with it right now. I'm trying to get it on the TV." So, but yeah, man, you know me, Mr. Conspiracy Theory 2024.
Yeah.
Do we get into it right now, or do you want to wait till more people get in the room?
I think it's 5 minutes, 6 minutes in, so let's go ahead and roll it out. So let's
All
start
right.
from the beginning.
All right. So as everybody knows, since Saturday,
unless you're living under a
rock, would be having unless you're under a rock, we would be having a different conversation right now if Trump had not just turned his head, like facing the shooter. Okay. And the country, I feel personally, this is not anybody else's particular, take on it, but I personally feel that had Trump been assassinated, we would be in a full blown civil war. Maybe not right yet. All right, but then once all those idiot retarded Democrats started saying, well, he got what he deserved and this, and because that irritates me when they talk about my president and my governor. That starts, that ticks me off, and so of course CNN is like, well, Trump fell on stage and then the Secret Service jumped on him. I'm like,
yeah, they got that confused with Biden, that being Biden.
Right.
They're not Trump.
I mean, Biden tripping over air, and I tell you, buddy, I'm over them getting on Trump. I'm over it.
This was the turning point of everybody being fed up and saying, you know what, this is it. And a lot of people were actually, and even as I was telling you earlier, that they were interviewing Hulk Hogan probably an hour ago or whatever. And he said that he's always been for Trump, but he's never been verbally out there because he's kind of held back and everybody's kind of held their tongue. And I think that is a statement for a lot of people, believe it or not, that they just held back and didn't, they didn't want to rock the boat. They didn't want to really say who they were for or get into a political thing. But I think this Saturday event actually pushed that out, and maybe it was the last straw, I think, for a lot of Americans that do vote for Trump or do like Trump or is going to vote for Trump. But I think that put a lot of Americans out there and said, you know what, this is it. I'm not holding back anymore. I'm not holding my tongue, and we're just putting it out there. And then that's immediately after this happened. Matter of fact, this picture that you're seeing back of us, that as soon as that actually happened, then you started getting people like Elon Musk automatically coming out and not waiting until closer to the election, but automatically coming out and say, you know what, I'm endorsing them. And then the next thing you know, he donates $45 million. And then it just started going down. Yes. Then you start having stuff go down the list. So, yeah, I think this was a turning point for a lot of us that kind of just held back and didn't say much of anything.
Right. And, and most of the quote unquote stars and, movie people, musicians, they don't want to upset the masses that buy their albums and buy their merch and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could care less. If and I've already, oh boy, I tell you, I get to the point to where the stuff that might come out of my mouth might just not be correct, like
So
something I
let's
shouldn't be
let's
saying.
go back to, and I know that this is probably, and we knew it was. We knew that soon as we saw this was going to be beat to death within the next week. They would
Oh yeah,
have
yeah. I
all
mean, for
these
the next
conspiracy
month or
theories.
two.
You have both sides stating their opinions,
Hmm.
and it just being a big talking media frenzy, which it has. I mean that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think you would expect anything less, especially out of media. But um, so what? I'll tell you this on my take of it. You're the one that called me. I was basically groggy coming out of a nap, I think, or maybe I wasn't quite asleep. And you called me up, and I'm like, okay, I got to turn this on, find out what's going on. And I did so, and I'm not gonna tell you. The first things I heard, because I caught the tape in the middle, is the shooters down and stuff like that going on. But as soon as he raised his hand, not
Mm.
only did the goosebumps go all the way up both sides of my arm, then you already know me well enough to know that how emotional I get.
Yep.
Well, it made it didn't take long. Um, and I was kind of looking around the room to see if anybody was looking at me when I was getting
I get
emotional.
it. I get it. I mean, I did too. I'm sitting there thinking, all this man does is love America,
Yeah,
right? He's a billionaire. He he lost money being the president of the United States. He went in at I think 9 billion. He came out at 3 billion. I
yeah,
mean, you know, didn't take a salary, donated every dollar of his salary to a charity. And so when I hear people talk trash about him, and so all right, my buddy Scoot. All right, Scoot seems to think that MAGA Republicans is a cult, and that Donald Trump is our cult leader. I love Scoot, and we have debate, 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 debate. Let me tell you right now, boy, do we. You know, and so I'm like, you wait. Biden is about to bow out of the race. Um, he's about to. He's. They're probably slowly poisoning him because now he has quote unquote COVID. Okay, and
so
so
they say.
so they say exactly. So then he's walking down up the steps, and he's walking, like an upright turtle that and looking like a newborn giraffe on his feet. He just can't function in life right now, much less as president. It wouldn't surprise me if Putin walked into the White House and took it over right here and now. It wouldn't surprise me not one bit. And I don't know. So let's go through it. I know we get off on a tangent every now and then, but all right. So I called you, told you about it, and then the rest of that day, man, that's all I watched.
Same here.
And
Between that and Twitter,
and
or excuse
everything
me,
I could,
X,
yeah,
not Twitter.
everything that I could possibly find, on it, I searched and searched and searched. And there's this one reporter, Laura Loomer. I'm sure you've seen her. I've sent you her stuff before.
Yeah,
You know, she's trusted in the not really the mainstream media, but she's trusted on X. She has millions of followers, and all of her videos get seen by 30 million people sometimes. I mean, she's not as big as Tucker or Elon, but I mean, she's big, bud. Let me tell you, she ain't afraid to ask those questions. Like, the Secret Service lady, the head of the Secret Service, she asked her, "Well, I mean, are you going to retire? What are you going to step down for failing to protect Donald Trump?" I mean, they all run from her.
Mm-hmm.
So, so we sit there and watch it, and the fact that you see people pointing to the roof, hey, there's a shooter, there's a guy with a gun on your roof, and they don't do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but you figure as close as 150 yards, 140 yards, whatever it was, and and there's not Secret Service around it or on top of that building, that throws up a big red flag. There's a lot of red flags to it, and there's a lot of stuff come out. Now, will the truth come out? I seriously doubt it. It will be
I think some of the truth came out today. I don't know if you heard or not. The chief of police of that town was interviewed today, and he says, my department was only there for traffic control. That's it.
Yeah.
But yet he had snipers up on that roof. Yeah. Those were his people.
And today I heard that they made mention that the roof or the building that the actual shooter was in, there were cops or Secret Service inside that building while he was up on top of that roof.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And they're like, there was no ladder, there wasn't this, there wasn't that. Then on the same roof, like 2 days later, because the Secret Service said it was too slopey.
Yeah. Well,
but yet that same roof, huh?
But yet he made a shot from there.
Right, he did. But then, so this is what the head of the Secret Service said, is that it was too slopey. But yet on that same roof there was a cow. A video of a cow up there on that same roof.
Now, are we talking about when you say cow, are you talking about the Secret Service woman that couldn't get her gun holstered?
Oh gosh, no, yeah, not her, not Joy Behar, not
I know,
not Whoopi, not not what's that other lesbian comedian actress?
I don't know who you're talking about.
I mean, Trump called her a fat pig.
Oh, you talking about
years ago?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell, yeah, yep. Rosie O'Donnell. So, but there was a thing of a cow. I'm like, are you really a video on the same roof? But it was too pitchy, basically. I don't get it. I don't. I hope the truth comes out, and I hope whoever was behind it, whether it be Pelosi or Schumer or Biden, I think Biden is too far gone to have even.
No, I think they just bring
had anything to do with it.
They just bring him out at supper time.
Yeah, and so Trump, not Trump, Biden was sitting there trying to say something the next night. Oh my gosh, you see that all the different gaffes he makes in talking, and anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent again. Just because I have so much disdain for that side,
yeah. But I mean, it is sad that that fireman did lose his life, protecting his family, and there was somebody else that got injured. But did they really make
2 more people?
Did they say how they got injured or
shot?
I know. I'm talking about, like, was it in the head, the shoulder, the arm?
Oh, I don't know, but they were they were upgraded today to critical.
Okay, so it had to be a pretty bad shot then, or it had to be a pretty bad wound or whatever. Okay,
so then you see people have I showed you that one video, the lady with the black hat,
Yes.
right behind Trump.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
And
They picked out 3 people that I know of so far sitting behind them. Just like that guy that's
yep,
kind of stooped over, looking at both ways, looking at, I think he was trying to find out where everything was coming from. And then you got the other guy, the older gentleman with the black hat on, that just sat
yeah.
there and,
But see, if you go to his Facebook page or his Twitter page, he is pro-Trump and has been for years.
yeah,
But he was acting strange though, wasn't he?
yeah, yeah.
He was acting very
there's
strange.
there's a lot of stuff going on, and I mean, we shouldn't expect anything less, especially from the left. And so there's going to be, I hate to say it, but even though they may, for once, tell the truth out there on media on how this all went down, maybe. I mean, we don't know that, but just like the JFK, how many different theories and stories is there out there of what
Well, you
actually
think about
happened
it.
and how it happened?
So in '63, there were no cell phones. There was, very primitive cameras, to
Yeah.
say the least, as far as how they were. And it took 44 days for them to come out with anything, you know. So it is a little different. It is a little, because of the things you could find on phones, and I mean, the kid, according to the FBI, searched, like Trump, Biden. Uh, I'm probably using the wrong word, but schizophrenia, or stuff like that, like mental illness, basically is what they is basically what they said. He searched that. That's about all they said that he was searching. But you see people. I don't know if I sent you another video of the FBI agent right before the shot, and then the video is from the rear, and he's telling people to move, like move that way, and he's ducking down, and all of a sudden like they get out of the way, and then bam, here comes the shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the same FBI that is being weaponized against him is now investigating this. I really feel like the FBI has something to do with it. That's I feel like they do, and if they come to my door, then so be it. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not that important, but that's just my own personal opinion.
So,
You know,
so let's say this. So moving forward, um, okay, we know that he just announced that he has COVID, and he
yeah,
also made a comment that if he were to drop out would be due to medical reasons, which you might as well just say, "Hey, I'm going out now because of this COVID," which I think is probably fake. Um, so if he drops, he's just dropping out. He's not dropping out as president, correct? I mean, he's not stepping down.
well, it depends. Let me ask you this: you see how he's walking? Do you think they might be slowly poisoning him?
Mm,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know
the
about that.
president has a taster of everything they eat.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know about that,
I mean, I wouldn't want to be
but
that guy.
the reason why I'm asking is, so will he will he live out his term, or is he just talking about he's going to possibly back out of the race? What does he mean by that? And I've got a question for
Backing
it.
out
That's
of
the
the
reason why.
race,
Okay.
he will back out as the nominee. All right, and then Kamala will probably step in, and then Gavin Newsom will step in as vice president. Okay, most likely, if I'm,
So
if
now you're saying he's going to step down.
not as president.
Okay.
All right, he's going to step down as the nominee.
Okay.
All right, if he can finish out his term, he might. But will he make it? Okay, or will he, will he die between now and then?
which
Who
would make
knows?
Kamala the new president.
It would. It would.
And unfortunately,
And then they would have.
I
So
think
they
that
would
would be
have.
worse. I think that
So
would actually
Congress
be
would
worse.
appoint somebody else. I think that's how that works.
I think that would be worse.
Dude, I mean, she has 112 days left. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what more damage could she do?
Please don't say that, because sure as the world,
I
you
mean,
know that. I mean, something would come up for sure. But
well,
okay, so
probably
hopefully he'll just finish it out, and they just have a new person that's running, correct?
a new nominee, right?
Yeah.
So I can assure you that there's nobody in it. Michelle or Michael Obama wouldn't do it, because there's nobody that's going to be able to beat Trump. Not after all this crap. Trump is, unless they kill him, is the next president. He is number 47. I don't care who, what, when, how, where. Trump is the president come November in a landslide. Okay. And in case and if something happens to him, the guy that he chose as his vice president will take over. All right. Chances are, I mean, they'll try again to kill him. I always listen to Alex Jones, InfoWars, and when you hear somebody say they tried to put him in jail, in prison, all right, they tried to kill him with a gunshot, and Alex Jones is always saying, well, the next one is going to be a truck bomb. Now we got to worry about Iran because of open borders. There are so many Iranians, terrorists in our country right now, and they all have the patience of Job. You know what I'm saying? And just like 9/11, they were here for years before that, before they finally did that. 9/11. So all these sleeper cells that are around, all they're doing is getting sent money that Biden sent to Iran. The $9 billion or whatever it was. They were broke. Iran was broke whenever Trump was in office, and they had this $6 to $9 billion, frozen. And the first thing that Biden does, or the second or third thing that he does, he releases that money, and now they are funding Hamas and those other idiots out there, the Taliban. I mean, they're funding all that stuff. But they were broke. The Taliban, dead. They were done. Trump had them all, like, I don't know if you ever saw this or not, but Trump was having a meeting with the head of the Taliban.
Yeah.
He says, you heard that, right?
Yep.
You harm one hair on any of my soldiers, and he pulls out a picture of the guy's house.
Yeah.
He hands it to him. He says, I'll kill you. And he gets up and walks out of the meeting. That's the kind of leadership that we need and we've lacked for the past 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So we got to worry about Iran now taking him out with a truck bomb or what. They could be at the, it wouldn't surprise me if something happened at the RNC tonight. They already killed one guy that had a gun or had a bunch of knives, and arrested somebody else that had guns and knives. I mean, what a freak, man.
Yeah. So
this photo it's already iconic. It's our background. It's already iconic. And everybody's like, well, that was that was planned by Trump. Man, Trump didn't plan his own shooting in his ear.
Yeah.
He's missing a chunk of his ear now.
Exactly. So
I can't.
I mean, they're always going to have their outlandish ideas and stuff like that, which they've always had. So
I know they will, and it's irritating, man. You know, but some people that are on my timeline in Facebook that were just nothing but Biden marks, thinking Biden's done a great job. They're like, no, that's Trump's got my vote now. You
Yeah.
know, and but you still have the left wingers that are the far left extremists, which of course they would call us the far right extremists because we are MAGA supporters. You have the far left extremists that, oh man, they missed, or the one Democrat congressman staffer said, I'm not for killing anybody or assassination or something like that, but next time, can y'all take some shooting lessons?
Yeah.
I mean, first, I would never say that about Biden. I might call him a retard and stuff like that, but you know what? I actually feel sorry for Biden on how they're treating him.
Yeah.
And but he's been a bad man for 50 years in politics in Washington. Terrible. And the things that Trump knows, I think that's why they're trying to kill him. Everything he knows.
Possibly, Bob.
So,
Well,
what else?
That was pretty much all I had. Oh, excuse me.
So if did you tell me that you heard Junior talk last night?
No, I did not. I was at church last night.
And JD Vance spoke as well.
Yeah, I was at church.
He came from nothing, man. He came from nothing.
Yeah, I was going to watch that movie. That he, I guess,
Hillbilly
Eulogy or
Elegy or something, whatever it's called.
Elegy or something.
Elegy, yeah.
Yep.
I don't even know what that stands for.
I don't either.
But I feel like it'd be a good movie. It's on Netflix, so I might watch it tonight. I'm not sure. We're in the middle of watching that new golf movie with Dennis Quaid. Not long shot, but long.
Yeah, I know what you call it. I seen it when I was skimming through a while ago.
Yeah, we were watching it. It's a good movie so far.
Yeah, they got the.
So.
I was gonna say they got talking about movies that are coming out or whatever. Don't they have a new Sopranos coming out in January, February, something like that, with his son? Or is it a series?
I think it might be a 4-part series.
Oh, okay.
Maybe an 8-part.
Okay.
Cobra Kai came on last night.
Yeah, I seen that. Well, I didn't see it. I seen that it was coming out.
Yeah, but that's nothing you watched, right?
No, I watched the first couple seasons. Like, I get bored of seasons pretty easy. I mean, really and truly.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I don't watch anything that you watch, because you're like, Billions.
Now that one I do like. I mean, I started watching that one, Your Honor. I think it's how you say that, right? Or I think it's called
Your Honor. Yeah.
Yeah. That one I started watching, and I guess I just get, I'll get home some nights and forget about it, and then I'll say, "Oh, look at this new one. Let's watch this." Or, "Oh, look at this one. Let's watch this." Yeah, I get distracted on those things. I'm not.
So, do we want to talk about an upcoming guest?
Sure, you can go ahead, because we can finish that out with that if you want to.
Yeah. So, before I got to this church, North Brunswick Christian Church, I had never in my life met a colonel in the Marines. Now, to me, that's bad behind right there, boy. I'm gonna tell you right now. That there is just holy smokes. But his name is Jeff Holder. He is a a retired Marine colonel and a retired helicopter pilot. That was his main gig in the Marines, as a helicopter pilot. So I don't know much about if he, was ever involved in a war or Afghanistan or, something like that, like Operation, what was it called? Sandstorm?
Desert
Storm.
Storm. Desert
Storm,
Storm.
yeah. Or desert. There was another desert. There was two of them. Desert Storm and Desert.
If there was, I didn't
I'm
know.
not sure. I figured my wife would know. But he's a great man, a godly man. He is a good dude. So next Thursday, man, I hope we pack the house with him, because he is going to be just full of information and give us some insights on the Marines and stuff like that. So I'm excited about having him on, and just a good dude, man, that serves the Lord, and love that guy
So
big time.
he
And
goes to
I
your
can't wait.
church?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, and can't wait for you to meet him, man. He's a great dude. So, what else we got to talk about? One, have we talked about an addition to your family?
Did we? I thought we brought it
I
up
don't.
that it
Are-
was that I was a grandpa. I'm almost positive.
I don't remember, Bubba.
Well, we need to make a whole thing about that.
Well, I mean, I ain't trying to snatch a tear out your eye or anything on our
Yeah, I
podcast,
mean, don't get me
but
started, because it's not. It won't take much for sure.
I'm
But
sure, man. That's but if we hadn't talked about it, congratulations, man. And it's I know that that baby she's in good hands, and
most
wanna-
beautiful baby. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
I got my girls, but she is really a really beautiful baby. She's she's gonna
proud
do a
grandpa.
lot. She's gonna
What are you being called?
Huh?
What are you being called?
Tupop.
I think I love it. Okay. I mean, I'm just typical Papa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Tupop.
Brantley is just he's an amazing little kid, man. And but yeah, Tupop is pretty cool. I like it. It's when you first told me, I was like, I kind of side-eyed you a little bit, but
I need to
I
get a
like
shirt
it.
made like that. That's what I need to do. Have a picture of
Yeah.
her.
Now, is it the number 2?
No, it's TU.
Pop?
TU Pop.
TU.
Yeah.
That's Filipino.
That's what?
Filipino.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
What
like
is
Tupac? I get it.
Is that how he done his, Tupac?
Yeah, it is Tupac. Yeah.
Yeah, I really haven't put that much thought into that part, whether it be Tupop or TU Pop or but yeah, I just come up with it one day. I said, you know what? Why not? It was a little little gag, and I'm like, let's go ahead and just put it on out there.
I like it, man. That's
so
awesome.
It stuck. So.
All right. Well, sorry it took us so long to get here. We both probably hadn't felt great in the past 3 weeks, and
we're getting older. So what do you?
Well, yeah, I know, but we just need to. I mean, if we're getting that old, how are we going to try to protect Trump from any attacks?
Oh, we'd be getting taken care of, well taken care of. We'd have to just they give us a shot of adrenaline right before we go on stage. Yeah, we would be good to go.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Let me ask you this real quick: are we taking a bullet for him?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
All right. So,
I'd have pounced
and how much is that going to cost him?
As long as me and him, he can make me feel like we're tight, we're together. Hey, that's good. That's all that matters. Yeah.
So the other night we were sitting there talking about it, and when he's like, so has Trump taken the place of Tim Tebow? I was like, I think he has.
For me,
I think he has.
Tim, you would get emotional with him. I don't think I get emotional with Tim. Now with Trump, there's no doubt I get emotional. I just look at him and start crying.
I mean, I feel like I would too. I
Yeah.
feel like that I would that if as soon as I met him, you know, I'm like I'd be confused. Do I kiss the ring? What do I do? Do I hug him?
I just
Do I
I just start
you know
bubbling and blowing little bubbles and crying.
snot bubbles?
Yeah, and he goes, "What's wrong? I'm just so glad to meet you."
I'm glad that you're here still, and I'm glad that you're our president and everything else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, I you know it'd be like, Mama, I made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it would be. And you know, Tim's just a different guy. I
Yeah.
mean, because I would definitely be a blithering idiot as well with him. But I feel like with everything that's been going on, Trump has definitely overtaken him uh, in the man crush, you
Yeah.
know, scheme of things. And just we just have to appreciate Trump so much because let me tell you, if something happens to Trump, the naysayers are going to really appreciate what he did if something happened. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, it's just going to be one of those things that he is going to. It's going to be a one of the biggest voids to fill. Even though I think that J.D. Vance, he'd be the youngest president ever if something happens to Trump, but I think it was a good pick. There were several good picks that I could have dealt with. You know, Elon Musk. I don't think he even had a. I bet he approached Elon Musk about it. You know, Elon Musk. Um, Vivek Ramaswamy, but I don't know how welcomed he would be with being an Indian.
Yeah.
He's American, but he's of Indian descent. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't know how welcome that he would be. So I don't know. One of those things that we hope and pray. I feel like God laid His hands on Trump that night
No
or that
doubt.
afternoon,
Yeah.
and you know, whispered into his ear and made him turn his head.
Sure.
And that's just how I feel about that. And I hope that I pray that God will continue to lay His hands on him and be, you know, who I know he can be.
Yeah.
You know, He's already said that God did it.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
anyway, with that being said, it's time to go ahead and hit the road. But that being said, my name is Donnie.
My name's Brian.
Peace.
Peace.